Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles as they take on Dwayne Haskins and the Washington Redskins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carson Wentz in his 4th season now out of North Dakota State, ready to bring out this Eagles offense. And he's had to sit and watch Nick Foles under center during Philly's last 2 playoff runs. So health will be a key for Wentz in 2019, no doubt. On first down, Wentz being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Wentz going to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Wentz to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but now it's 3rd and goal. And here are the starters for Philadelphia.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 42. On the ground, it's Geis. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. Play action. Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. 25 yards that time.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and have your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Haskins to throw it. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Darius Geis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get 1 look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
But in Glad Sports it's coming back to have something to get away from all this unfortunate events going on in our country and the whole world.
Will count. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the
They might have to play college style, like how you have the March Madness, how all the teams play in one arena. That's what they're looking at in terms of professional sports, having all the teams come together in one arena. They might turn it into a college format, you know, probably same rules, playoff rules, but they're gonna have.
I'm sorry, it's hard to hear you. Gameplay is louder than your mic.
Yeah, I gotta adjust the mic right, but. They're probably gonna have a college format where they're gonna have all the pro teams play in one stadium. Like the NBA, they're gonna be playing at Disney. Well, they're probably gonna do something like that with NHL. You know, because of everything that's going on, and they gotta make sure.
Okay, I hear you now.
Yeah.
Because their goal is.
They gotta make sure all the players are safe. So some states may not be safe. And then some states may be safe. Hopefully, I hope all the states be safe. But whatever states that are good in the green, they can take all the teams and put them in one state or maybe 2 or 3 and then have them do like a college format. It doesn't matter because the NBA, people are still going to see it. So they're still going to watch the NBA. They'll just all be playing at Disney World. So that's cool. They can have a celebration. Whoever wins the finals, they can have a celebration at Disney World. They should do the same thing with NHL. Why not? The baseball league, they're going to put the Phillies in the they're going to put the Yankees in the
coaches can come back now to training facilities in the NFL now.
Yeah, it's starting to get better. Yes, things are starting to get better. Things have been rough, very rough. And I've been keeping my my positive outlook, my positive energy and stuff like that. And things are starting to come around. So hopefully things get better. Hope for the best. And hopefully things get better and get back to the norm. But definitely missing sports, man. The gaming has been taking the place of professional sports. So hopefully professional sports will get back on the ball.
To get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they're going to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Wentz to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Throwing is Wentz. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
I never asked
no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Picks this year.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first.
They got that nice quarterback from Oklahoma. You know, I think they did pretty good. They got that nice quarterback from Oklahoma. That was a heck of a pick by Philly. The new quarterback backing up Carson Wentz. So, man, and I think the Eagles got some other players. They're doing real good. But they got that nice pick from, I think, Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. So, I like the quarterback backing Carson Wentz, and that's going to help Carson Wentz in terms of giving them some help. You know, there has to be a better second string, even though Nick Foles, to me, is the best. Nick Foles, he's going to be backing up the starter for Chicago.
They'll run on first down. It's Thompson. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Third down. Here's Haskins. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Wallace, he went to Clemson like Dawkins and is like a fiery Dawkins type player.
They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Haskins will throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So the field goal there caps what winds up the drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. He got 29 yards that time. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. Buying time to his left. Ertz has it left side. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterback,
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Haskins, and this one complete to Reed. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up in the Meadowlands, Miami in town to take on the New York Football Giants. And it's the Giants who are out in front. Daniel Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Bruce Ellington, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Teddy Bridgewater with a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Haskins. He gets it to Sims. He's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it here with Thompson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Haskins gets this to Reed. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a run with Geis. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. After the sack on first down, Haskins. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 2nd down and 4, Haskins. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, Most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown.
Them can't lose to the Redskins just
The
like
kickoff
Giants
unit is
cause
out on the field, and
unfortunately
they will
lost to
send
them.
this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, one thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way
We
to get
got
it
this.
done.
I have confidence you will come back and win.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Wentz.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wentz going to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now Wentz. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Richard Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Wentz's pass complete to Richard Rodgers. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And that's complete. It's Sims. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Haskins looking to throw on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Try and take lead next possession.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Haskins to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
I knew it. They don't go for field goal. I knew it. All right.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now Wentz and the Eagles down 20-17, 2:19 to play. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Wentz. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And here come the Redskins now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. I didn't mean to make that mistake, man.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
This is the 2nd week I'm doing the same thing, man. Oh, I'm shaking. It's not good.
What's the run?
I'm so sorry.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he gets this down to the
I
18.
feel this
Good
is
enough for a
embarrassing to
first
lose to
down.
Giants and Redskins
Now the Eagles will use
SMH,
the second of their
defensive
timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Haskins going to try to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brandon Graham. He's his sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Geis. And an alley to run. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen.
What
Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the
unfortunately.
wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Redskins, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.